This is my last will and testament. And this is something that has taken so long for me to finally do. Out of 39 years of living, I've realized that the society that I live in, the religion that I have, the constructs that I attempted to exist in are dangerous, unhealthy, and unhelpful for me. Because the outside world can tell me that I'm happy, that I'm peaceful, that I am up to par, meaning the audience can cheer me on, and that's when I'm supposed to be at my best. But when it's just me by myself in a room, the question is, do I like what I see? Do I like who I am? And do I like who I become? The answer is no. And because of that, I found that this version of me is extremely non-life giving, not encouraging, it's not prosperous. And that's simply because I'm living in a facade of what I am and who I can be, because I've been given one of the greatest gifts of life. And one of the greatest gifts of life is an opportunity of discernment, an opportunity of being able to get away a little bit and isolate, look, and ask myself these hard questions. And this is why I realized that I've been living in a prison. I've been living in this idea of what society says I should be, what the world says I should be, what life says I should be, and not understanding the gift of who I am from God. And because of that, I've decided to no longer live this life, but now give myself permission to evolve into the life that I was meant to be. So as of tonight, the old me dies, and the new me has been given permission to live. And the only reason why I'm sharing this publicly is not because I care what anybody thinks, because that guy's dead, but because there are so many of you that are living facades. You are going to jobs, you are in relationships, you are in religions, you're in all kind of spaces where you've been given the structures. You do this, you do that, you go this far, you go here. This is all you can do. And you're really wrestling with it. And you're wondering why no matter what happens, even when you exceed in their standards, you find yourself still unhappy, still unsatisfied. And the reality is because this is not your life. This is not what you want. Matter of fact, you don't even know what you can want because you don't even know what the possibilities are. And you're wondering why life is the way it is. And you're concerned that if you move, or if you quit that job, or you change that connection, or if you do something different, that the people who support you will leave you, and really you've been living for the support of those surrounding you and not for yourself when you're in a room by yourself in the darkness, being able to say that you are happy with that person, you love that person, and that person loves you back, and you are yet getting better and evolving. The gift of God of salvation is not just to go to heaven, but living the life of heaven while you're here. We're bigger than a box. We're bigger than ideas. We are yet becoming, and that's the beauty of it. And you have every right to love yourself and experience that love in the greatest way. You have every right to experience prosperity in that way. You have every right to be happy with yourself and smile in the darkness. Freedom can't be given by a judge, can't be given by a society. It can only be given by you, to you. And until you give yourself the freedom to become, to be, you will find yourself living in a gold-plated cell, a platinum-plated cell, diamond-plated cell. You're wearing all this makeup, doing all of these things because you're not happy with you organically, who you are. If you can't look in the mirror and say, I love every part of that person, you're in some form of prison, and that's not life. You're not here to make do. You're not here to make your prison inhabitable. You're not here to make your life manageable. You're here to live the greatest version of you. And once you find that greatest version of you, everything in you will prosper. It's not manifesting techniques. It's not naming and claiming, declaring and decreeing. All of that stuff, all of these things are here to make our piss poor life better versus saying, let's scrap it and let's start from me and my creator and figure out how did you make me before everybody else had a hand in it. That's the honest part. So I want to encourage you. Take time in the silence, because only in the darkness and isolation, in the silence, will you find your true self. And in that, know that that's the best person and best version of you. So I believe in you. And it's okay for you to start the internal journey all over again. Because you know what? You deserve a shot at total happiness.